Okay, welcome. Before we start, if you have a phone, could you please place it on silent or vibrate? This is the regular meeting agenda of the Design and Historic Review Commission. It is Thursday, February 27th, 2025, and it is 9:59 a.m. Yeah, really, that's a first. We'll call this meeting to order. We established that we do have a quorum. Our first order of business is public comment. Issues or concerns not on the regular agenda may be raised by the public at this time. Citizens should speak from the podium, address all comments to the dais, and begin by stating their name and address or single-member district number. Please limit all remarks to less than 3 minutes.
We don't have any general public comment.
Okay, thank you. We will now move to the consent agenda. Has everybody had a chance to do that? Can I get a motion to approve? Motion to approve. A second? Second. We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Motion passes. We will now move to our regular agenda. DD 25-01 2 North Coingheim Street, a request for approval for installation of aluminum composite material above the windows, painting exterior stucco portion of the exterior walls, and an installation of trim at roof fascia while keeping the current stone as is. Staff?
Good morning, Karen Putnam, Planner and Training. Okay, so for this project, oh, that's frozen on me. Give me just one moment. There we go. I got that part working.
Might just need
Is it frozen for you too?
Sorry, let's ask our communication person a little bit.
We did test it before.
Yep.
This is how luck would run. I know. Oh, I think
There we go.
I might have gotten it.
Thank you so much, Lola.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think. Oh, maybe not. Maybe she hit it the same time I clicked the button.
No worries.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's okay. Yep, I'm ready. All right, so this location is located in District 3. It's in the downtown neighborhood. The zoning is Central Business District, and it's just a little over a half an acre. And this is in the downtown overlay zone, which has been highlighted on the screen. This picture here is showing an example of what the company is wanting to do with the front of the building. They're wanting to put that red trim along the front of the former Jack's as well as the former oil change and car wash center. And this is an example of the gray and red that they are proposing, which there are physical samples as well. And then this location here is based out of Midland to kind of give an idea of how that stone red and gray looks. And then this photo of Discount Tire, it's just showing that there is another business in the area that also has a red. They don't have it along the top, but you can see it along the bottom with the glass doors. And so staff is recommending approval with the following 3 conditions. The color, dimensions, and materials of all improvements shall be consistent with the renderings approved by DHRC, and to follow the River Corridor Master Plan using a subtle yet rich color, and that's pertaining to the red. And then the applicant shall obtain all building permits from Building and Permits Inspections Division. All right. Do you have any questions?
Any questions for staff? Nope.
This looks fairly bright to me, as far as the color of red.
Well, I think a lot of it, though, the Discount Tire has the exact same red on it, and the Popeyes right down the street has the same. So,
I don't like the bright red. I wish we could do the other red that we have in our colors. I mean, I know we have the blue approved, but gosh, that red is so stark red, right?
is there someone here to speak? Do we have a,
Kevin Fryer is here.
okay. Sir, if you'll come up, speak your name.
Yeah, my name is Kevin Fryer. I'm here representing the Kent Companies out of Midland. I brought some show and tell here. Although, I think you all have already hit on most of my samples. Let's see.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I've got one for everybody.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know that, sensitivity to, the downtown district, which I confirmed that all of my samples came out of as well. The red is not just an arbitrary color. It is a brand standard. If you're familiar with Kent Quick, traditionally we were a West Texas kind of regional company. We're now up to 112 locations across 8 states. So it is a national brand that we're building. So obviously brand standards are very important to us. With these Jack's locations, there is a need to make them look like a Kent Quick. If you're familiar with our big store down on Bryant Boulevard, the travel center, you'll see the same coloring there. We've got the store now on Knickerbocker that's going to be converted as well.
Now, that's my question. Is that store going to have the same colors?
Yes,
It'll
sir.
Be the same?
Yeah.
So
And
that's like a chevron color, basically. That's their signature color? Is that,
the red is actually called Texaco Red. So Chevron, Texaco are, sister companies. Those are the 2 fuel brands we represent mostly across our 112 locations.
so I guess that blue is the same, that's a,
The blue is the Chevron. yeah,
okay,
blue,
that's
yeah.
what I thought. So
I know Karen showed an example from Midland. I put a better example in the last 2 pages of that packet because it's a similar building in Midland that has the eaves, the kind of the angled roof there. So you can see how the red kind of tucks up underneath there. I think when compared to, the neighboring businesses, I don't think the red is too outlandish. It really does match. It's the same, as you pointed out earlier, as the Discount Tire. Their front window apron is that same red.
so you're going to keep the roof the same galvanized color?
Yes,
The
sir.
roof's not changing?
The only thing that's changing on the roof is there's going to be, and it should be shown on there, there's kind of a roof cap. I think it'll be a bronze. It's a dark bronze.
Oh, okay.
If I can see the picture. Yeah, along the top
So the
here.
fascia will be bronze?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but the stone will remain the same color, and the kind of the beige paint, if you will become the gray color.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I have to say. Any other questions?
Anybody have any questions?
Do you mind going back to the picture of the actual structure that we're talking about, the elevation? That guy.
Yeah, so if you look along the eaves of the building, right now it's kind of just a silver, brighter color. That will be the dark bronze, so that'll actually, kind of darken up. This is just a computer rendering, so that gray doesn't really show very well, I don't think. But the red strip across, I believe is 32 inches tall, going across.
So are y'all gonna change that's the roof line right there? Just where it looks like it's sloped to square where the fascia is?
No, so are you
middle.
talking about the picture on the bottom there?
Uh-huh.
That's a separate building. There's two buildings on that
Oh,
site.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's the,
Yeah,
Car
that
wash.
car wash oil change center is already there, and it has
Yeah.
a flat roof currently.
okay. All righty, anybody else have any questions? Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I have a question, maybe for
comments?
staff. Yeah, like all of these neighboring buildings are across the street.
Yes,
They're not on this,
Well,
so
they're across
we're
the
like
street.
entering, is it a different zone? Is it a different overlay? As far as the red and the colors and the,
For which building?
for, if we're looking at the example, like we're looking at the neighboring buildings who have all the red all over it.
So discount, I took that picture, I pulled into the parking lot of the old Jack's right in between the car wash, and you could just see it right to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the
It is-
question
I think the
was,
question she's asking if it's in the same zoning.
Yes, it is in the
same.
They're
downtown
all-
district.
It's all in
So
the
the
same.
colors matter
It's all in the
on
same
both sides of the street.
DHRC
I
zone.
believe
Yes.
that you checked and made sure that all of your examples came from the same zone.
Yeah, the zone ends on that street at Third Street, and every example I gave you is this side of Second
Yep.
Street.
Exactly, yeah.
So then I would only assume we approve the red because it's branding for all of these different,
Could be.
yeah.
I mean, they're already there, a lot of those colors, and it's the branding, and it's not, I don't think it fits with the historic color palette necessarily that we try to keep up, but of course, there's
Well, but that's not in the
exceptions.
historical zone
Exactly,
either,
exactly. I
though,
don't
so.
mean literally the historic
Yes.
district, but I know we try to maintain some of the same color palette in the overlay, and, I mean, this is the branding, and there's precedent, and it
I
is
agree.
what it is, and I think it's exactly what it needs to be.
Somebody like to make a motion to approve?
I'll move that we approve.
Okay, we have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Our next case is CA 25-01, 19 East Concho Avenue, a request for approval of sign on the front of the building and railing along the back area of the building.
Hello and good morning. Kim Garmany, Planning and Development Services Administrator. We are coming to you today with a request to put a sign on the front of 19 East Concho, as well as replace railing and privacy screening and a gate along the back area. I didn't call it a porch, although I really wanted to over and over again. So as you see back area, it is that porch area. Can we move on? So here's what the building looks like right now. They're not proposing to change the colors or anything on the front of the building. They are hoping to just add a sign. So we are in the downtown overlay zone. This building is on a historic block. It is a medium contributor. And our 1985 historical survey says that this could possibly be the most historic block in San Angelo because it was one of the first there. So they are planning on retaining the beauty and the character of it as it is. So first we'll go over the signs. In the staff report, there were 3 options for signs, and we did recommend 2 of them. After speaking with the applicant and them considering our recommendation, they have chosen to just present 1 sign. So this is option B that you saw in my staff report. This is backlit by soft vintage LEDs. So there will be a soft backlit light to the sign in the evening. So you'll see that on the left, this is what it will look like during the day, and on the right, that's what it will look like in the evening. The sign is 42.35 square feet. And as we move on into the details of the sign, you will see the details. The Signature Stag is the name of the business, and the One Stop Man Shop is the tagline, which is a really great one. You see that they have put both the view in the day and the night, so you'll know what it looks like. Okay, and we move on to the back porch area. Some details have changed since the staff report also. You'll notice that the railing along the front is now horizontal instead of vertical. They do plan on following any rules and regulations around slat distance and whatnot. They are aware that they need to follow that. So that's going to be along the front of the porch, and then along the sides, you'll see the privacy screening, which they've tried to pick a design that that aligns with the historic nature of the building. And you'll see that those are 47 by 72 feet, so it is still under what we consider, you don't have to get a permit for fences that size. So that's what we would consider that. Let's see. Okay, we can move on to the next one. And then we'll go into more details about that back porch area. You'll see that this is what it looks like right now, no railings, just a slab. Up there on the right, that is what they plan to do with tables and chairs. So you'll see that there's 10 sets of tables and chairs, and then down there on the right, they have given us an example. Since finding furniture that is specifically matched to the time period is difficult, they looked at furniture that other people had in the area, and they made a decision that that would fit in with the aesthetic of the building and the surrounding area. You'll see down there on the left, that is the color that they're proposing to use on the railing. Okay, can we move on? Okay, and so we are recommending approval for both the sign, option B, as well as the railing and privacy screening along the back porch. Of course, they will have to follow what is approved here. They'll have to get their permits, if any are required. One thing I didn't mention is that the gate that will be there on the back, they are aware that they will need the panic hardware. So they'll be working to make sure that that is completely compliant also. And then the third condition was to let us know which sign they had chosen, assuming they would both be approved. And since they have taken it down to B, that condition has already been met. Do you have any questions?
Is the sign metal or is it vinyl? Is it, what is it made out of?
It's made out of metal.
Okay,
I have a question as well. I'm sorry, go ahead.
go ahead.
Oh, no,
okay.
I was just making eye contact and making sure I said the right thing.
Okay. So for the privacy screens, you had them on a couple of images, and just out of curiosity, they were different on the two images, and so I just was wondering if these are suggested screens or if these are ones you had chosen, because initially I took it as this is what they chose, and then I saw a different image and I was like, oh, maybe I misinterpreted. So I was just wondering if you could clarify that.
I think I'm going to let the applicant clarify that question. Are there any other questions for me? And then
Any other
we'll.
questions for staff? Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. And we do have public comment, and the owners would like to come up together first.
Okay, we'll open it up for public comment. If someone would like to come up and speak, please state your name.
Good morning. BJ Huey, this is my wife Natalie Huey. We're the owners of 19 East Concho. Thanks for your time today, we sure do appreciate it. We're just wanted to introduce ourselves, let you guys know we're excited to bring this concept to downtown San Angelo. I'm a San Angelo native, Central Bobcat graduate, and had a lot of years, remember growing up shopping on East Concho, so when this opportunity came for us to acquire this building, we got really excited about it. And my wife here has a men's clothing store that she's going to be bringing down to that building, Signature Stag. I was going to let her tell you a little bit about it, and go ahead.
Yes, so as Kim said, we're your one-stop man shop, everything head to toe for gentlemen. We have a new concept with this one. So I have a store in Midland and one in Lubbock. We've been open for 12 years, and we've been voted best men's store every year in business. So the new concept is putting a speakeasy in the back of the store. So they'll go shopping, and then it transitions to the speakeasy section. So obviously that goes with historic, being that this area did have original speakeasies, and keeping all the color scheme and the original tiles, very important to us. We really want to keep that consistent. We love the colors that downtown are, so we really want to respect that.
That sounds great, great.
Oh, and the fence, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The
Some
fence, the first
questions?
one you saw, the triangle-looking one, is the one we would like to go forward with.
Like the Art Deco.
Yes, because that is our theme for the speakeasy, is Art Deco.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so not the vine one, yes, that one. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. All right.
So are the panels just gonna be on the side, or are they gonna be on the back too?
So we are planning on doing them on the side, and the reason for that is it's an alley, and then my next door neighbor doesn't do anything with their business, and it's kind of a little bit of a mess. So I would like to block the view of that, but on the back, it faces the river, and that's really important. I want my guests to be able to see the river. So that's why we have it a little different.
No, I think it's a great concept.
Hey, you're
Great
gonna love it, I'm
concept.
telling you.
Yeah, that's cool. Any other questions?
Well, I was just curious, I'm not sure I'm seeing like a handrail on the steps down.
We will have a handrail.
Are the steps in place right now?
Yes, ma'am, they are.
Yes, the prior owner removed the old handrail, and it was pretty dilapidated to begin with, so we'll have a new one that'll be placed.
That's what I thought. I knew there used to be a handrail on that
Yeah.
property.
We
Yeah.
didn't realize he was gonna take
Yeah,
that,
he-
so that was
he
kind of a
took-
surprise to us as well.
He took the whole fence, so
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Okay.
But-
I guess all that's gonna be out of metal too. I
Yes,
assume.
the same color metal as the sign.
Okay. Any other questions?
So you can enter from the back.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any plans for signage back there?
No, because it's supposed to be a secret. We don't want to advertise heavily. You know, it's kind of a who knows type of situation, so we will not have signage in the back.
Okay.
I don't know if this matters, but is the speakeasy gonna be open after in the evening or what?
So
how's
it
that?
overlaps a little bit, so I'm gonna give y'all a little secret, how you get into the speakeasy, as you go through the third dressing room mirror to get inside. So the overlap, we'll open the speakeasy at 4, and the store doesn't close till 6:30. And then after the stores close, we're gonna have a gentleman walk them through the store, because I don't want people wandering around the store when my employees aren't there. So then, we will always have entrance through the front.
Okay, great concept.
Hey, thank you.
Okay, any other questions?
I did notice on the front, the windows have the Marshall Pike vinyl. I guess you're just removing
Yes.
that and not replacing anything else.
Can we, I don't know if this is allowed, but I would love to put my brand logo in, like, smaller even than what Marshall Pike's logos are.
No, you can do that. That would be,
And still not
usually
white.
anything that's painted on a window, you don't have to go
Okay.
before the sign ordinance.
And we'll still keep it subtle, so it keeps it very classy.
Okay, well, thank you and welcome to San Angelo.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Thanks,
Appreciate
guys.
y'all's time.
Okay. Is there any other public comment?
Yes, we do have 2 other people signed up for public comment. We have Emily Garrett, and then we do have someone, Brian, here for construction questions if needed. Emily, would you like to come up?
I don't,
That was perfect, yeah.
okay, I think we're good. We'll open it up to the board. Anybody have any questions or like to make a motion to approve?
I think this is a good use of the space, and it maintains the beauty of the site, and it's a good idea. So I would make a motion if we're ready.
We have a motion
Second.
and a second from Donna. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Aye, motion passes. You're good to go. Thank you. Okay, our next, we have announcements. Is there any announcements?
Yes, sir. We do have one announcement about a case that you all heard last month. 16 North Chadburn, if you remember, that's the building that, that's been sitting there empty, and they are going to replace, or they're going to repair the facade. Whenever they got in there and they started doing the work, they realized that it was not in shape for them to repair it. It was a health and safety matter. It was cracking and falling down. There was no way that they were going to be able to repair it as it is. And so it is completely down. You may have seen that, the front, and they do plan on rebuilding as presented in the last meeting. We just wanted to make sure that you all got an update because everybody sees that building.
Okay, thank you.
And they will be coming back with an amended application moving forward to make sure that everything that they're doing is approved.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, the next regular meeting of the Design and Historic Review Commission is scheduled to begin on Thursday, March 20, 2025 at 10 a.m. in the east mezzanine of City Hall at 72 West Concho Avenue. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor? Thank you.